Hey guys, Methane90 here. Today is Wednesday, July the 22nd. I hope you guys are having a good day today, because my day, it's okay, yeah. And right now you can already tell we're in my room right now, we're at my house. And in today's video, guys, I want to talk to you about something that I don't know if I have talked to you guys about yet on this channel. Like, do you guys remember last year I was talking about the provincial and the federal elections that we had? Well, I realized I don't normally talk about like our local elections here in Chatham-Kent, like municipal elections, because actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but literally later this year, I think in October, we're going to have an election here in Chatham-Kent. Now, it's not just Chatham-Kent that's going to have an election this, October. A lot of other like municipalities, regions, and cities across Ontario, they're going to have elections pretty much around the same time. But since I'm, from Chatham, I'm going to talk about the Chatham-Kent election that we have this fall. So yeah, guys, that's what this video is about. You can probably tell from the title of the video. But today I'm going to be talking about the Chatham-Kent election that's going to be taking place this fall. As actually, I believe there's about almost exactly 3 months until the election. Because in case you guys are wondering, when is our election here in CK? It's going to be on Monday, October the 26th. So it's going to, of course, be at the end of October. And it's going to be, right before Halloween. So yeah, there's now about... Yeah, because since today is July 22nd, yeah, and that means there's about roughly 3 months and 4 days until the election. So yeah, it's going to be getting pretty close, you guys. And for those who are wondering, municipal elections are a little bit different than provincial and federal elections because, well, when you're going to vote in a federal election, you would vote for whatever candidate is in your riding, depending on what party they're in, like, liberal, conservative, new Democrat, whatever. Provincial election, it's kind of similar, where like you would vote for someone who's in your riding, but for the provincial parties like the PCs, the Ontario NDP, or whatever. But municipal elections, they are a little different. How municipal elections work is, of course, you would get to vote for whoever you want to see as the mayor of Chatham-Kent, and there's also these people called councillors, where they're not like MPs. Well, I guess in a way they kind of are. But counselors, they are just people that represent like whatever ward you're in, but they are part of council. Like basically for our local, government, it goes counselors and then mayor. Like I think I think for all of Chatham-Kent, I think in total is like 8 counselors, I think, plus the mayor. So yeah, basically for the municipal election, you get to vote for the mayor, but you also get to vote for whoever you wants to, whatever you want to see as your counselor, as or whoever you want to see as counselor to represent your riding. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. I'm not like extremely familiar with municipal elections. Like I'm still, even myself, I'm still kind of like learning about it because I know more about federal and provincial elections than I do with municipal elections. But apparently, for the municipal elections, you get to vote for whoever you want to see represent your ward as counselor, but you also get to vote for mayor. And if you guys are wondering, who is going to be running for mayor in this election? Well, of course, our current mayor, Darren Caniff, he actually is running for a third term because, well, so far he's already served 2 terms because he first won in 2018, and then he got reelected for his second term in 2022, which, right now he's still in his second term. But he is running for a third term this year so that he can be, run for mayor to still be in office for 4 more years until 2030. So yeah, Darren Caniff is running for a third term. And I also heard that one of the counselors that's actually getting a lot of popularity right now, his name is Michael Bondi. I think he's the counselor in Ward 6. And then Counselor Ward 1, Lauren Anderson, she's running for mayor. And then apparently someone named Nelson Byrne is running too, or Berm, whatever. Apparently he's running. And then there's someone else that's running. I don't really remember their name right now. But yeah, there's a good amount of people running for mayor. In fact, did you guys know that our former mayor, Randy Hope, is actually running? Because you guys probably remember Randy Hope. He was our mayor from like 2006 until 2018. Well, yeah, apparently I found out a few days ago, or almost a week now, that Randy Hope, he's actually running for mayor again. So, since Randy Hope is going to be going up against Bondi and Caniff, I kind of feel like it might be a close race. So yeah, that kind of shocked me. So, yeah, guys, the candidates for mayor, as far as I know, are going to be Darren Caniff, Randy Hope, Michael Bondi, Lauren Anderson, Nelson Berm, and one other person. And for, counselors in each ward, there are a few people that I know that are running. I don't remember exactly all of them, but there are definitely a few people that I know that are going to be running for council. Like I know Rick Nichols is running. Um, Karen Montgomery, I think she's running for Ward 6. And then Ben Labadie, he's running for Ward 6. He's actually this content creator on social media that talks about like our, politics in our area and like all sorts of stuff like that, considering he's literally running for Ward 6. So, yeah, there's another candidate. Like I said, I don't exactly remember all of them because I think there's a good amount of people that are running, but yeah. Now, in case you guys are wondering, what are wards? Well, like I said, for the provincial and federal elections, they have these things called ridings, which, is like basically whatever, whoever represents that riding basically represents your area. Wards are essentially like our like local ridings, kind of like in a way, but we call them wards. In fact, I actually have the municipality's website pulled up on my computer, and I actually have maps of each ward because in Chatham-Kent we do have a total of 8. You see, it's right here, and yeah, this is the municipal website, and I'm on the site where it shows like each ward. Here's kind of like a map of what it looks like, and then like down here it shows like what they look like individually. But I'm actually going to pause you guys because I'm actually going to show you guys each ward one by one. So yeah, I'll flip the camera around, guys, and we'll get to the wards. So let's get into it. All right, guys. So we're gonna show you guys the wards now, and what you're seeing right here. This is actually Ward 1. I have it pulled it up here on a PDF file. And yeah, this ward right here is Ward 1. See, it's like basically southwest Chatham-Kent. And, right over here, that's Tilbury. And it literally shows like a closer map of it. And then, over here, is Merlin. It's like a small town. And then if you go way, way down, that's Wheatley and, Wheatley Park. So essentially, whoever lives in this area right here, within these boundaries, they are part of Ward 1. So they would vote for whoever is going to represent Ward 1. And the current counselor for Ward 1 is Lauren Anderson. So, yeah. As this ward is known as Southwest Kent. So, yeah. Alright, guys. So that's Ward 1. Now let's get into Ward 2. Alright, guys. So this is Ward 2. And this is Southeast Kent. As basically this is like Eastern Chatham-Kent, but like Southeast, more like. As the boundaries for this ward is from of course the lake, as this is also the I think the line between Elgin County and Chatham-Kent, so it's like the county line, and then of course the 401. So this is Ward 2. As you can see, it includes Ridgetown right here. See, that's Ridgetown, and then of course down there is Blenheim. As you can go scroll down, you have Blenheim right down there, and of course other towns like Shrewsbury and Erio and Morpeth over there. And I think Highgate and Iona, I believe. And then Rondo Park right there. And, well, okay, Rondo Park is not part of the ward because, it's a provincial park. But, yeah, essentially, anyone who lives in this area right here will vote for Ward 2. Basically whoever is running for council in Ward 2, they'll be voting for that person, whoever, if you live in here. And I don't know the name of the current counselor for Ward 2, but I know for those who live in this area, you have to vote for whoever's going to be voting for Ward 2 because this is your area. So, yeah. So, yeah, guys, this is Ward 2. Now let's get into Ward 3. All right, guys, so this right here is Ward 3. And as you can see, this is basically the northeast part of Chatham-Kent. See, it's Northeast Kent. This is the third ward. And as you can see, it includes towns like Bothwell, right here, and then over here would be Thamesville, and then Kent Bridge would be right about right about here. And this is basically the west end of the ward. It's at Communication Road, so just before you get into Chatham. And then north of the 401 here on the east is the boundaries of Ward 3, because if you cross the 401, this would be Ward 2, but this is Ward 3. So basically, if you live in Thamesville or Bothwell, you will be voting for whoever's running for council in Ward 3. I don't know the name of the Ward 3 councilor right now, but yeah, if you live in any of these, if you live anywhere in this area, you will vote for someone in Ward 3. And if you're wondering what this little piece of land is here, this is actually Moravian Town. It's a First Nations community. They don't vote for our elections because it's you know it's First Nations area, right? So anyway, guys, this is Ward 3. Now let's get into Ward 4. Okay, guys, so this is Ward 4 right here, and as you can see, this is like the northwest part of Chatham-Kent. As you can see right here would be Chatham. So basically, if you live over here, you will be voting for whoever's gonna represent Ward 4. Communities such include Payne Court and Dresden, and Mitchell's Bay, of course, over there. So this is not really like a big ward because there's not really like a lot of big communities around here. But the only ones that would represent this area would be Payne Court, Mitchell's Bay, and Dresden. As Dresden, is way up here, over there. Payne Court is just down here, just right next to Chatham. And then Mitchell's Bay, of course, is right here. So if you live here, this is Ward 4. All right, let's get into Ward 5. All right, guys, and this is Ward 5 right here. And as you can see, it is Wallaceburg area. See, right here is Wallaceburg. It's the second largest city in Chatham-Kent. And then, of course, it has like the surrounding area of Wallaceburg. And of course, right up here, this is actually the boundary line between Lambton County and Chatham-Kent. So it's the county line over here. And then, of course, right over here. Well, actually, if you're around where this map of Wallaceburg is, that's actually Walpole Island. It's another what's that word called? It's another First Nations community like Moravian Town, but But yeah, so basically, if you live over here in Wallaceburg, or if you live in any of these, if you live anywhere between this area here, you will have to vote for someone in Ward 5, because this is Ward 5 right here. I don't know the name of the Ward 5 counselor, because I'm not too familiar with all the counselors. But yeah, if you are going to be voting in the election this year, and if you live in Wallaceburg and this area, you will have to vote for someone who's going to vote or run in Ward 5. So yeah, anyways, let's get into Ward 6. And the last 3 are all in Chatham, so let's get into the final 3. Okay, guys, so now we are in one of the 3 ridings in Chatham, as this is Ward 6. As you can see, this is the northwest part of town. And the councilor that is running, or who is currently in office right now for Ward 6, is Michael Bondi. And the person that is running for Ward 6 is Ben Labadie, but there's also a few other people. But Ben Labadie is the only person I know most that is running for Ward 6, but the current councilor for Ward 6 is Michael Bondi. So, yeah, this is the northwest part of town. As you can see, that, is McNaughton Ave, Grand Ave. This line right here would be the Thames River. There's the hospital, the Pines. This is like St. Clair Street. And this would be like where Food Basics and Taco Bell would be. And Kingston Park, Paxton's Bush. So, yeah, basically, if you live over around here in like this side of town, like basically, if you're in the Thamesley Plaza, if you're at the hospital area, or UCC, or east of St. Clair, west of St. Clair, or Kingston Park, or whatever, you would have to vote for Ward 6. So Dustin, he's actually in Ward 6. So Dustin, if you're watching this, if you're going to vote in this election, man, you're going to have to vote for Ward 6, because that's the ward that you're in. So this is Ward 6. So if you live in this part of town, vote for whoever's in Ward 6, like Ben Labadie or whatever. All right, guys, let's get into Ward 7 and the second ward in Chatham, so let's go. Okay, guys, so this right here is Ward 7, and it's for Northeast Chatham, see, Ward 7. And yeah, you can tell, Ward 7 includes downtown, like this is downtown right here, and Tecumseh Park, and then like right over here, like the east end of town, that's also Ward 7. And then east of St. Clair Street, including Victoria Ave, and anywhere over here, and especially up here, that's Ward 7, okay? So basically, if you live downtown or on the east end or, this part of town right here, you would have to vote in Ward 7. I don't know who is the current councilor for Ward 7, and I don't know who's running in Ward 7, but yeah, if you live basically anywhere here, especially downtown, you would have to vote for Ward 7. All right, guys, we're going to get into the last ward, and that's Ward 8, so let's get into it. All right, guys, so this right here is Ward 8. This is actually my ward right here. This is where I am right now. See, this is Ward 8, South Chatham. And as you can see, The ward basically goes from south of the Thames River over here. So basically, if you live over near the casino, Navistar, Flying Squirrel, and Tim Hortons, the McDonald's over here, Arby's. If you live near Sobeys, if you live just down here, like basically this is my area right here. Or if you live near the Fergie Jacobs Field or the arena or anywhere over here, and like near the cemetery, basically up until the north side of the 401. Like essentially, if you live over here in this area, like I do, this is Ward 8. So basically, guys, when I go to vote in the election, I'm going to have to vote for someone in Ward 8 because that's my riding. Or not riding, ward, sorry. All right, guys, well, that's all the wards, so now you guys know where they are and like what they look like. So, yeah. Now I'm going to show you guys the candidates for mayors, even though I already told you, but I'll show you guys it, at least, here on screen. So let's get into it. All right, guys. So now I'm going to show you guys the candidates for mayor, and these are the people that are running for mayor. As you can see, Lauren Anderson, she's running, as this is her website right here. And then, of course, Michael Bondi, he's running. Nelson Berm, he's also running. Darren Caniff, the current mayor, he's running for his third term. And then this is the other guy I was talking about that I couldn't remember. His name is Ryan Go. He is also running. And yeah, see, guys, Randy Hope, he's running. So yeah, there is a total of 6 people so far that are running for mayor. That's going to be interesting. And it even shows you like all the candidates for each ward. So I guess I can go into them if you want. So here are the candidates that are going to be running for Ward 1. So again, if you're in Ward 1, that's like Tilbury and Wheatley. So candidates are Tom Askew, Mark Arthur, Michael Bond, not Michael Bondi, Michael Bond, Melissa Harrigan, hope I'm pronouncing that right, Andrea Palmer, and then Gerard Taves, I think. So yeah, these are the candidates in Ward 1. And this is Ward 2. So Ward 2 would be like, Blenheim and Ridgetown and Highgate. Or not Highgate. Or no, yeah, Highgate and Morpeth. But look at this list for Ward 2. There's a lot of people running in this one. So let's get into it. There's Chad Carney. No, not related to Mark Carney, the Prime Minister. This is a different Carney. Chad Carney, Anthony Sasaki, I think. I don't know. I have trouble pronouncing things sometimes. Matthew Giffen, Fred Hooper, Matt Larmark or whatever, Denise Maynard, Albert Palebeam, Brad Snowbellum. Some of these last names are hard. Spencer Stinson, and then Hassan Tariq. So these are all the candidates for Ward 2. And now these are the candidates for Ward 3. So Ward 3 would be, Tensville and Bothwell and Kentbridge. And there is a total of, I think, 7. But here are the candidates for Ward 3. Lauren Azes, Kyle Carter, Corey Couture, Mark Huston. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I sometimes can't. I have a hard time pronouncing last names. Some of them are a little hard. So if I'm butchering these, my apologies. Emery Husga, Matthew Petons, and then James Plunkett. So these are who's running in Ward 3. And then these are the councilors running for, or no, these are the candidates for Ward 4. There's only 3. It's John Cummins, Kirk Hooker, and Rhonda Juvenville. So these are the candidates for Ward 4. So that would be those who live in, I think, Dresden and Pink Court, I believe it was, roughly. And then these are the candidates for Ward 5, and that's for Wallaceburg. And yeah, there's a long list of candidates here. But the candidates for Ward 5 are Brendan Arthur, Lori Bailey, Jim Blake, Stephen Burritt, Mark Childs, Jason DeBook, Brent Deneur, David Hyatt, Zach Nicholson, and then Chris Young. Okay, so these are the candidates for Ward 5, and now these are all the Chatham ridings. So Ward 6 would be, Northwest Chatham, so that's like Dustin's riding. And the candidates for Ward 6 are Jeff Comiskey, Ben Labadie, Brian Machado, Sheila Maura Martin, Karen Montgomery, and then current councilor Allison Story. Okay, so these are the councilors for Ward 6. And then these are the these are the candidates running for Ward 7, that's Northeast Chatham. And they are Steve Atkins, Michael Fief, Amy Finn, Dustin Gahn, Larry Hutchins, Steve Kenny, Mark King, Jason Reynolds, and then Doug Robbins. So if you live in Ward 7, these are the candidates running for your ward. And then this is Ward 8. This is the final ward. It's in South Chatham. This is my riding. So all these people here, these are, like, I'm going to have to vote for one of the people that are going to be running for this riding here. But the candidates running for Ward 8 are Sandra Dorner, Ryan Drouillard, John DeCook, Andy Fisher, Paulo Gracicio, I don't know, Deb Martin, Rick Nichols, Stephanie Schill, Scott Thompson, and then Luke Vanderviet. So yeah, basically, whoever, out of all these people, I'm going to have to vote for one of them to represent my ward. So yeah, guys, those are all the candidates for mayor as well as the wards. So now you guys know. So yeah, guys, those are all the candidates that are going to be running for each ward in Chatham-Kent, as well as who's going to be running for mayor. I know that was a very, very long list. Did a lot of talking explaining the wards as well as the candidates. But, I want to at least give you guys a lot of information, or at least as much information as I could. Because, if any of you guys do live in Chatham-Kent, and as I know a lot of you who watch my channel are from Chatham-Kent, if you guys are going to be voting in the election, of course, if you're old enough, you guys will know who the candidates are for whatever part of Chatham-Kent you live in, as well as who's running for mayor. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be voting in the election, you guys. And actually, on election night, I might actually do a video that day. So yeah, on Monday, October the 26th of this year, you guys will see a vlog from me, because that will be election day. Now, I don't know how I'm going to be able to watch the election. I don't know if they're going to actually have it on TV or live stream or whatever of the election. I'm sure they might, because I know when the provincial and federal elections happened last year, there were live streams. And even when that by-election happened, literally in April, they had live stream of that. So I wonder if for the municipal election this October, I wonder if they're going to have any live streams or whatever. Maybe. But yeah, guys, on Monday, October 26th, I will do a video that day for election day, and I'll let you guys know who wins each ward and who wins, our mayor campaign or mayor race. Oh, sorry, guys. But yeah, on election night, I will tell you guys who wins for each ward to be on council, and then I'll also tell you guys who will be our next mayor, or if Darren Caniff gets reelected. So yeah, guys. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I just wanted to kind of do a little video today to talk about our CK election, because I haven't talked about it yet on this channel, but I have now. Like I said, stay tuned for October 26th. That is election day, and I will definitely do a video that day, to keep track of the votes, tell you guys who won each ward, tell you guys who, who's going to be our next mayor, or whether or not Darren Caniff gets reelected. But yeah, so hope you guys did enjoy this video. My next video, guys, will be probably Friday. Yeah, maybe Friday. My next video will be Friday, guys, and then my video after that will be Saturday. So I have a couple videos coming for you this weekend, Friday and Saturday. But my next video after this will be Friday. I don't know if it's going to be with Dustin or if it's going to be by myself yet, but I'll let you guys know. But yeah, I'm going to end the video now, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, be sure to smash the button, subscribe to the bell on. If you guys actually do want to check out my last video I did, which was on Monday, I'll put a link to that down below. And if you also want to check out Saturday's vlog, when I went to the Neon Ignition, I'll put a link to that video down below as well. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, my TikTok, go check my SoundCloud, go check my music Instagram, go subscribe to my Ribfest channel, go follow me on X. All my links be down below, you guys already know. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Bye-bye.